it is relatively normal to not feel the accident for a couple days, but once you start feeling it, you need to go to the doctor, because if you wait too long, the insurance company is not going to believe that your injuries are related to that accident. You did something else in the 2-week span between the accident and your first doctor's appointment. That's what caused the accident. That's what they're going to argue.
Yeah,
so,
probably a skateboarding accident.
Yeah.
If you think insurance will automatically cover you in a car accident, think again. The fine print matters, and if you miss it, the cost could be life-changing. Hello and welcome to Talking with Teri TV. I am your host, Teri Cardula, and in today's Business Spotlight, where we highlight bold entrepreneurs making a real impact, our guest is someone who stands between victims and the chaos that can follow after an accident. Samantha Flanagan is the founder of Flanagan Law, a female-owned personal injury law firm where clients aren't just case numbers, they're people, and their well-being comes first. She's also named the Super Attorneys list, honoring the top 5% attorneys nationwide. Welcome, Samantha.
Hello.
Good to see you, and so great to have you here today. So take us back to the beginning of how you started this law firm.
So my career started as a paralegal.
Okay.
I had no desire to actually be an attorney, but I was working as a paralegal for about 15 years, and then I started working for a female attorney at a large law firm here in town. And 6 months into the position, she's like, "You're too smart for this. You need to go to law school." I was like, "You know what? You're right." I'm doing all the work.
Yes.
You're getting all the pay and recognition, so my turn. So
I love it when people like believe in you and they
Yeah.
see your true potential and be like, "No, you should be doing this too." What a
Yep.
great, powerful leader and role model that was for you.
Yep. And then opening my own law firm was just a natural progression. I've worked in law firms my entire career, and I learned what to do and what not to do. And I wanted to do it my way. And so we've been in business for 4 years now. I'm going strong.
I love it.
And I love it. Yeah.
So you grew up in a small town in Nebraska. How did that shape your values and how you run your firm today?
Absolutely. Small town, Nebraska, 600 people. I actually grew up on a Boy Scout camp.
Okay.
My dad was a camp ranger, so he was basically the caretaker. So growing up in this small town with everyone knowing your name, everybody knows your business, you actually take care of each other.
Yeah.
But the added benefit of growing up in the Boy Scout community back in the day is that you learn trustworthiness, you learn compassion, you learn integrity, and I that's what I grew up with, and
All
so I
core
bring
values,
that I bring that up in my family life now and in my business, and I just want to make sure that everyone around me is taken care of.
I love that. That's powerful. I'm a Midwesterner as well. I grew up in Kansas. We had population 200, and like even tiny.
Yeah, that's even smaller than
But you know what? Those core values are just that makes us who we are.
Yeah.
And I think people feel that when you come from that that mentality of just like take care of thy neighbor. Like people feel it, they know it, and they see that you're super genuine. And I think that's what makes your law firm so different. You're leading with love. You're leading with heart. You're leading with compassion. And at the end of the day, that's how you're helping serve your clients in the best way.
Absolutely.
Love it. So what's something people misunderstand about personal injury law that you wish they knew?
The at-fault is not always going to take care of everything for you. You
Yeah.
have to take care of yourself. There's a reason why there's underinsured motorist coverage and medical payments coverage, health insurance coverage. You got to take care of yourself, because at-fault's not always going to be there to pick up the pieces after they cause a tragedy.
Yeah. Do you have a story about that?
They're all pretty similar. I don't have a gut-wrenching story really. I handle car accidents, and so it's rear-end accidents. There's T-bones, but when I am able to give my clients a check instead of asking them for money in return, that's my job satisfaction. I was like
that.
you were hurt. I went after the insurance company. I took money from the rich and I gave it to you.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What's one client story that sticks with you? The kind that reminds you of why you do this work?
It's the people that feel the most lost in the process. They've never been involved in a car accident before. They're scared, they're confused, they need someone to hold their hand. And those are the best clients for me to work with because I'm with them every step of the way. I work with the insurance companies so they don't have to. I take that stress off their plate. I help them find medical treatment because if they've never been in an accident, they don't know where to go for the doctor. And if they don't have a primary care doctor, like they're at ground zero. They don't know what to do. So I can help them find treatment. I'm with them every step of the way. And that's how I practice.
I feel like that's uncommon. Like, cause it sounds like you're kind of hand holding them through the process, like
Absolutely.
from the beginning to the end,
Yep.
and also like focusing on the well-being of the client and getting them the services. So I know this from some previous conversations that we've had, and that is that you have this huge resource of network that you tap into to really help align with your clients' needs. And I think that's really powerful to get them taken care of and get them back to health as quickly as possible.
Yep. I've worked at a lot of different law firms, and some of the bigger law firms, you're just a number. They don't even know who their clients are.
Turn and burn.
Yeah, turn and burn. And they don't care about the client's health as much as I do. So I try to take care of my clients and make sure they get the attention that they deserve and not feel left out of the process.
So at the time of this interview, you've helped recover over $7.5 million for your clients.
Yes.
What do these victories actually feel like for the people that you represent?
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing for everybody involved. $7.5 million in 4 years for my clients. It's a great feeling for me as a business owner, and it's even better for my clients because that means we have gotten a lot of policy limits out of insurance companies. We work hard, and we take care of our own.
This is a great place to take a quick break. We'll be right back with Samantha and more information about personal injury law and what you can do to make sure that you're protected.
I'm Karen Zupa, founder of Complete Business Accounting. We're not your typical accounting firm. At Complete Business Accounting, we partner with you to make sense of your numbers so you can grow with confidence. From strategic bookkeeping to fractional CFO support, we provide the structure, insight, and clarity your business needs to thrive. You don't start a business to be worried about your finances. And with Complete Business Accounting, you won't have to be. Let's move your business forward. Visit cbaccounting.net to get started.
Friends don't let friends shop for health insurance alone, especially online with a bottle of wine. Skip the spammy calls, endless emails, confusing options. We've got you covered, literally. I'm Deb Salmons with Imagine Choice Customized Health Solutions. No more guesswork. We shop for best plans for you with lower rates the healthier you are. We personalize your plans with confidential information, and it's hassle-free. Let us take the stress off your plate so you can focus on what matters most. Imagine Choice, health insurance with a human touch.
And we are back with Samantha Flanagan with Flanagan Law. And what is one thing that people don't realize about how insurance works until it's too late?
Insurance has what's called a policy limit. So if you pay attention to what you're actually purchasing with your car insurance, you're purchasing the limit. And once you hit that limit, that's as much money as is available from the insurance company. You can't get another penny.
So do you have some tips and tricks about that? Like, what's your insights about
Purchase
that?
more.
Okay, fair. Because
yeah.
and we're in Colorado, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously, this changes state to state, and whatever. But what can you say about Colorado? Because I know that we have like a lot of hugely uninsured motorists, right?
Yeah, there's more uninsured motorists on the roads now than ever before. If you see all the expired tags on cars, you know darn well they don't have car insurance. So
we have our team members back here going, yes, right?
Yes,
like seriously.
yes,
And
yes.
all of us that are frustrated by this because it impacts us.
Oh, absolutely.
That are paying insurance because we're in an accident, and if theirs don't cover it, ours has to step in to help that, and then we get penalized.
kind of.
So
Here's how it works. Here's how
tell
it
us,
works.
dish the dirt here.
I
Okay?
will. Okay. So if someone causes an accident, somebody hits you, and they have either the state minimum, which is $25,000 in available coverage, or they don't have insurance at all. It depends on how injured you are on if you can be fully recovered with just that 25, or if they don't have insurance at all, you're kind of screwed. So it's important to have underinsured motorist coverage, That's for when they do not have enough insurance coverage to protect you, or uninsured motorists. It's basically the same policy, but it's still there to protect you in case the at-fault doesn't have enough coverage.
Got it.
Yeah.
So, and it doesn't, I'm guessing that extra coverage is probably not a ton, depending on your policy, right?
Depending on
It's just like-
policy, no. And medical payments coverage is even important. People don't think that they need med pay on their car insurance because they have health insurance.
Yeah.
But what people don't understand is when you file a personal injury claim and you use your health insurance to pay your medical bills, your health insurance will have a subrogation interest against the settlement proceeds.
What does that, okay,
they're
what does
gonna-
that mean?
They're going to want their money back. So you use your health insurance, and whatever dollar amount your health insurance paid on your medical bills, they're going to say, oh, well, you got money from your at-fault. We want a piece of that pie. So pay us back everything that we paid for that claim.
Oh, interesting. Now, is that another kind of like a legal matter that the insurance company takes up upon the person? Or they're just going to beg for their money back?
They file a lien.
Oh.
So I have to pay attention to all the liens that are out there because they're going to want their money back, and and they're entitled to it per the law. And so I pay attention to that. But having the medical payments coverage on your car insurance can help offset that.
So basically what you're saying is just get the extra insurance.
Yes.
It's like a PSA. We're doing a PSA here, a public service announcement, okay?
Yes. Get insurance.
Get insurance, right?
Yeah. It's going to cost you more in the long run if you don't have it than if you pay the premium now.
Yeah. And this is coming from an attorney who's saying this.
Yes. You're
'Cause you
you're
see-
welcome to the insurance agents out there. I'm helping you.
right.
But it helps me and it helps my clients. The more coverage you have, the better we can take care of you.
So let's talk about medical bills. What advice do you have for someone who's been injured and feels buried in debt or unsure what to do next?
Medical bills are definitely a pain point for a lot of our clients because if they've been injured, they're going to the doctor, the medical bills pile up, and depending on how injured they are, they might not be able to work. So being able to afford those medical bills is a big deal. With our firm, we try to negotiate with the medical providers, tell them to put the accounts on hold so they don't get sent to collections until we can try to get the case resolved. Because in personal injury claims, they only write one check. The insurance company is not going to write checks as you go. They're not going to pay medical bills as you go. It's just one check. So it can take a minute for us to get the funds available for our clients to use to pay for the medical bills. So we work with the providers. Sometimes they work with us, sometimes they don't because they want their money and they're entitled to it. So it just depends on the relationships that we can build. But we've been in business long enough and we've become friends with a lot of medical providers, and so they will work with us and make sure that the client gets the treatment that they need and they don't have to worry about the financial stress with the bills. So one stressor at a time, and we try to take the medical bill portion off the plate.
Yeah.
And we'll deal with it after we get the case settled.
Yeah. But that's a great point. And I mean, you have to unpack all of those things because that's unique to every case and unique to every person that comes in your office. When you mention emotional recovery is not just physical, what's your approach in supporting the whole client, not just the claim?
So the way I built my practice is around communication. We set up a client portal so our clients always know what the status of their case is. They're not wondering where they're at and how things are progressing. They're always going to know.
Yeah.
And through that app, we also have a text messaging system. So if they send a message through the app, it's going to go firm-wide. So whoever can get to the message first will respond to it. So communication is huge in my firm. And that helps my clients feel heard and not forgotten about because we're always there for them. And that helps with the peace of mind. They know that we're taking care of them. They know that we're here for them. And it helps with the emotional drama that happens when you're working with a car accident case. They've got enough going on in their personal lives, trying to heal themselves and still trying to work, still trying to take care of their family, but knowing that at least the legal side is taken care of, it helps with their peace of mind.
Yeah. Do you have any tips or tricks besides the increase in insurance? Because I know that that's a huge key because that makes your job easier. That makes them be taken care of,
Yep.
long into their recovery. But do you have any other, tips or tricks for people that we can help prevent, this type of thing?
Prevention, not necessarily. Crazy drivers are always going to be out there.
As much as you can be your
right.
defensiveness driving, right?
Yeah. Dash cams are always a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
They would help prove fault because sometimes with the T-bone accident, someone runs a red light. If you got the dash cam, you can prove, no, my light was green,
Yeah.
theirs was red. Sometimes it's a he said, she said scenario, and that makes liability hard. And without
Yeah.
witnesses, we're stuck. Like,
my
we're
neighbor,
stuck.
her son, he has a developmental disability, but fully capable of driving and all of the things, right? And they put it on she just didn't want to make sure that he was never taken advantage of in a situation, as he said, she said, right?
Yep.
And he's like, no, Mom, I didn't do this. They checked the dash cam, and he was right on.
Right.
And it saved them thousands and thousands of dollars. And so especially, I think my daughter is getting ready to get her permit on Monday. I am so excited and terrified. But I think especially for teenagers, right? Because that, there's little fender benders and things like that happen.
Yeah.
But even those kind of small cases where you might not even use a personal injury law person, but in those cases it helps too. So that's a great nugget. I love
Yeah.
it. I love it.
One other word of advice is to seek medical treatment, even if you're just sore. We call it a personal injury claim for a reason. So if you're injured, we need the medical documentation to back it
Yeah.
up, and that will help your claim. And we
So
want
from-
you to get better.
So
and
from
the doctors
from the
can help
get-go.
that.
So
Yeah.
from the get-go, even
Yep.
if you don't think you're hurt or, because I think sometimes, I mean, you're the expert on this, but is it true that sometimes people will go weeks or months without, medical care, and then oh, now I'm starting to have this problem? and
It's
kind of
usually a
roots back?
couple days after the accident. You got so much adrenaline running through your
Oh,
veins
yes.
right after the accident, you might not feel all the injuries
Fair.
for a day or two.
Yeah.
So it is relatively normal to not feel the accident for a couple days, but once you start feeling it, you need to go to the doctor. Because if you wait too long, the insurance company's not going to believe that your injuries are related to that accident. You did something else in the 2-week span between the accident and your first doctor's appointment. That's what caused the accident. That's what they're going to argue.
Yeah,
So,
probably a skateboarding accident.
yeah, right?
I don't know.
You
I'm
know,
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Skydiving.
I mean,
bungee
right,
jump- yeah.
right, exactly. Okay, so incredible words of wisdom, right? Making sure that if you're injured in just again, it's like a nice checks and balance, right? Just
Yep.
go have the initial visit, do the physical or whatever
Yep.
protocol that is.
And if they say you're fine and you feel fine,
Yeah.
then I guess you're fine.
All right, I love it. Any other things that you want to make sure that the audience knows about your firm and what you can do when a person is injured in an accident?
Yeah. Our firm is 100% virtual, so we know that our clients have a lot of office or doctor's office visits to go to, and why would they need another office to go to? So our office is 100% virtual. We'll handle it over the phone or email, but if we need to meet in person, I'm here locally, so I'll still meet up with you.
I was telling our production guy earlier that about 3 days ago, I almost got hit in the walkway, and I had to run, and he missed me by this much. I was terrified. So again, it can happen to anybody. So if you find yourself injured, make sure that you reach out. Samantha, where can people hear more about you or reach out to you for a free consult?
All of our consults are free. You can either call us at 720-928-9178, or you can visit us online. It is flanagan.law, not .com, just .law.
I love it. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us on this Business Spotlight. As always, be bold, be brave, be fearless, be the magic of you. Massive love, and we'll see you on the next episode. Thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell to find out about my upcoming shows. Thank you for tuning in today, and I'll see you next time.